As bad as Amy Winehouse's relationship with drugs was, that was heaven in comparison with the troubled life this music icon was living. The Amy we knew through her music was constantly trying to win the love of her life, Blake, back, who was a troubled man, an alcoholic, an illegal substance user, a predator, and someone who had great control over Amy. Although she had a very short life, Amy's legacy still influences many singers including Adele, Lady Gaga, Sam Smith, Georgia Smith, and many others. Despite Amy's hugely successful musical career, her private life was full of struggles. The main negative influence in her life was Blake, her troublesome husband with whom she had a toxic and self-destructive relationship. Amy wanted nothing but to be accepted and loved, but look what happened at the end. In 2005, Amy met Blake in a pub and their relationship started from there. A year later, he left Amy, which was followed by her developing an eating disorder. Even so, she continued her career and recorded Back to Black as a result of her breakup, which turned out to be one of her greatest hits. As she started gaining more success, she finally achieved what she wanted so badly, to be able to get Blake back. And in 2007, they reconciled and got married. This return was the beginning of a vicious cycle of self-destruction that Amy was never able to get rid of. In addition to being in a toxic relationship, they both abused alcohol and drugs and assaulted each other, which were a few of the reasons why they were always attacked by a crowd of paparazzi. Once they got into such an ugly argument that there were broken bottles and Blake was left with his skin cut. Once Amy saw the blood on Blake, she cut herself to show him her love. Amy's family blamed Blake for Amy's difficulty in keeping herself clean from drugs. In 2008, Blake was sentenced to 27 months in prison for assault, and because of the pressure from both Amy and Blake's parents, he then filed for divorce on August 28, 2009. Their divorce was finalized and Blake did not receive any money. On several occasions, Amy canceled her show to stay home to use drugs or to go visit her husband in jail. Even though this relationship was over, Amy's addiction to alcohol, drugs, and her eating disorder were still there and remained in her life. She started dating Ray Travis, a British director, in 2010. At the time, Amy seemed to be changing. According to her, she was even happy in her relationship with him. Even though Amy tried to treat her alcoholism, she declined several offers of psychiatrists, saying this help could actually destroy her creativity. The couple were still together until 2011. On July 23, 2011, the news of Amy Winehouse's death was the only thing that you could hear on any channel. Amy was found dead in her apartment in London. The result of the autopsy revealed that the amount of alcohol in her blood was 5 times more than the drink-drive limit. The day before her death, she had had a meeting with her doctor, whom described Amy as calm and somewhat guilty. That's because Amy had not had a drink since July 3rd and had a relapse on the 20th of July because she felt bored. She apologized many times for wasting the doctor's time. However, the doctor never thought Amy was thinking about suicide, since specifically she said that she did not want to die. The case of Amy's relationship with Blake was never really closed. She expressed part of it in her music, while some parts were left in her, eating her from inside, which was possibly one of the causes of her saying goodbye to the world at a very young age. This was unfortunately one more case of a unique and talented woman who was a victim of an abusive relationship. Amy's voice will always and forever stay in our hearts and our minds. What is your favorite Amy Winehouse songs? We would love to know.